the dinner was in the oven, everything's candlelight, everything, waiting hours and hours and hours, and he never showed up, and he was like, oh babe, I got kidnapped.
We're going to get into a little story time because I haven't heard the story yet.
Yeah, I don't think anyone other than like, you know, the people from uni, because it happened at uni. Guys, I just feel like I get myself in the maddest predicaments.
She actually does. And it's like, I have a story about that. And I'm like, what?
So basically, it's mad because me and this person are actually on cool terms now. So I really hope it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all good vibes. It's all good vibes. You're just doing, learn from this.
Yeah,
basically.
Learn from this. So basically, one of my exes, he told me that he got into a situation, and the situation was gambling. Okay, so in my head, I'm thinking, oh my god, he's going into gambling, and I'm such a I love hard, so I'm gonna do anything for you. Like that is how I am. So literally. He needed to keep paying people he owed him money. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, cool, like I'll help. So I was working in a jeweler's, so you know, minimum wage and whatever, just weekend.
And uni student, but broke as hell.
Broke as hell, can't cook, nothing. So I really was struggling. And I remember in my head, I was thinking, no, he needs it more than I do. Like I'll be fine. Like don't worry. Do you know what I mean? So I'd give him about like £350. I had about £50 left. And I remember one day, man, I'll never forget this. You know, there's certain things that trigger you.
Yeah.
I remember one time we had to wear heels at this jeweler's, and my feet hurt, and everyone could afford the Marks and Spencer's heels, and I could
not the Marks and Spencer's
the Marks and Spencer's, because they were comfortable.
And Marks and Spencer's expensive, especially as a uni student, because it's just Primark for us them days.
So I got my heels from Primark.
Yeah, of course.
And they were like, I think £7. But when I said I was in pain, I remember I was just crying one night because I was just thinking, I don't want to go to work. My feet hurt too much, but I had to firm it. So literally, I just kept doing it, and I didn't realize like I was probably aiding it. Or also just, I didn't realise I felt like I was just being taken advantage of. Yeah. So they got to a point where he said that he got kidnapped. No,
who
babe,
took him?
The people that he owed money to. He got kidnapped. They took him to a van.
Like the bailiffs, or who did he owe money to?
He's gambling.
But gambling as in gambling in like actual
places,
I was so naive. Or like private
No,
gambling?
I think it was private gambling, like big money gambling. But I don't understand because what's £350 to big money?
Do you know what I mean?
Anyways, so I was giving him, and then one day he was coming to see me. I cooked shepherd's pie, guys. That was the only thing I knew how to cook then. A really good shepherd's pie. She's
upgraded it though. Now she can make a nice mac and cheese and some chicken.
So I made the shepherd's pie, and I kid you not, I was that girl that the dinner was in the oven, everything's candlelight, everything, waiting hours and hours and hours, and he never showed up, and he was like, oh babe, I got kidnapped. And I was just thinking,
so how did he tell you he got kidnapped?
Yeah, he said he had his phone taken, and then he got it back, and before that, and then I still was so dumb and naive, and I still gave him money to help him with the ransom
money.
Babe,
not man's giving her man ransom money.
Yeah, and then
how much was the ransom money?
I think it was like, I think I had savings then. Oh, my mum doesn't even know. My mum was so good with making me save. I had savings, and I took about that's a lot of money back then.
As a uni student,
I took £700 out of my savings, and I gave it to him. I was like, yeah, just pay what you can with the ransom. And yeah, babe, like I literally like, it's so crazy because in my head, as much as he didn't put a gun to my head, is that emotional
manipulation
because it's like, you just feel like I need to do
and you
this.
want to help them.
You want to help.
And you care for them, and you're thinking they're not going to say this to you because he also cares about me.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're trying to help.
So this is another aspect. I think in my head, he never made me feel like I was good enough. Yeah. So I think during
kind
that period,
proving.
Yes, babe.
Yeah. No, guys kind of like, I feel like girls are like that. It's
we
like
have
you always
to do
want to
so
prove
much.
that, like, look, I
I'm
love
a wifey.
you.
Like,
look,
I'm the
here
one.
for you. I've got you. I care about you. And this is kind of like where girls
go wrong
when
a little
your heart is just so pure. That's why you just have to protect it so much. Because some of these guys, they
don't
just
care.
ruthless.
Babe, it got worse. So basically, he was coming up to his birthday, and man, I just went out deep. I was so naive. So I ended up getting an overdraft. I didn't need one. Ended up getting an overdraft.
Let's not talk about the student overdraft where they tried. Let's not get into
student
that.
Overdraft. Mine was about 2.5. Like that was a lot of money. Babe, how did I end up spending all of it on his birthday present? And it wasn't just like going to, I don't know, Topshop. Babe, we were in Versace. We were in babe, it wasn't even Selfridges, it was Harrods. And that's when I knew, I'm actually a dickhead.
And was he taking you there and he was accepting?
Yeah,
and
he
you know
was
what
buying
I don't
whatever.
rate about
and I was
these
just
guys?
like, yeah, like I'm a wimp, I'm this. And then that's when I was like, yeah, I can't do this. He doesn't respect me.
And
he knows
do you
he
get
can
that
just
energy
take.
back? In terms of him giving to you?
There got to a point, there was a bit where he did, but because he was broke and he couldn't do that right now, I had to be that person and step up. But I was like, do you know what? No, like, if you're in that situation, you shouldn't be thinking about all this designer
and
stuff.
exactly, why
And
am I
I'm
in
a student.
Harrods?
Yeah, babe, it wasn't Selfridges, it was a whole Harrods. Some brands
You've
I've
got
never
gambling
debt.
debt. You're
now
broke, you're struggling. Why are we in Harrods
Yeah,
right now? And I feel like that's why sometimes as girls, we need to like sometimes step out of our hearts.
Allow a guy to really want you. I think sometimes you get a bit gassed and you get I maybe girls are better now, but back then honestly, like, you just want to show like I'm good enough. And I think that's something I've struggled with back then, not feeling good enough in certain relationships.
It's so sad, man, because I know so many girls that just have good hearts and you just want to, sometimes it's sad that you just can't love openly and just without the fear of like, am I getting is my love getting taken advantage of? And I feel like sometimes once a girl maybe experiences that hurt once, they're wiser for the second time. But it's like, it's sad that you have to sort of experience that burn or hurt one time from someone that all I actually wanted to do was love and be there for you.
And it's all about intentions. Like, it's so sad because I always feel like what you put in the world is what you should get back. And that's, in reality, it's not. It's a really cold world. And even the dating pool, it's so hard nowadays. Well, I'm lucky, can't lie. It's so hard.
She's out the game, guys, you know.
It's quite hard to, I think a lot of girls struggle to find a genuine, good, decent guy that has pure attention and that does want to ride for the long run. And you don't have to, like, why do we feel like we have to prove ourselves? Also, you lot prove yourselves as well. And I feel like as girls as well, it's just important to never, like, doubt yourself or like it's like that's where it sort of comes in terms of like working on yourself before you want to give that love to a man. Oh, Adeola, that's such a good piece of advice because you have to be so mentally strong and know yourself. You have to be so secure that you're not swayed. You know you're like, this is my what is the saying? This is my not turning point. This is my
boundary or
oh, guys, I always do this. But basically, this is where I stop. Like, this my deal breaker. Limit. Like, this is my deal breaker. I don't want a guy like this. And I think that's fine. Like, have high standards because there's so many people in the world. Yep, you know, you might kiss a couple of frogs. I've said it before. But as long as you don't let your standards down and you know who you are and what you, like I said, the same thing, what you bring to the table, even if it's just the loyalty, the fact that I'll ride for you. That, for some guys, that's actually enough.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.